Alright, so now that we've disassembled the LCD assembly, we're going to do this again. We're going to do the removal of the glass. So here we go. We're going to use my Wagner heat gun. Same thing. Just going to heat it all over. Once again, make sure there's 2 or 3 inches away from the heat gun and the screen. I'm going to do this for about a minute. And when you start, it's always best to start in an area that's already kind of cracked and lifted up. You don't want to start from the top angle because that could snap the LCD. So you kind of want to start somewhere from the side or an area that has a whole bunch of cracks. And I'll show you in a second that are easier to get off. For example, I'm going to grab it right here. This area that has a whole bunch of cracks. And as you can see, this area comes off rather easily. Still, nevertheless, you want to be really gentle with it. Because once you crack the LCD, it's cracked, it's gone. There's nothing you can do about it. I don't know if you can see that, but the LCD is parting. It's separating. Yeah? Okay? That's about as much as you're going to get, and then I'm going to start heating it again. And that's the trick about separation. You want to heat it enough so that you get a smooth separation, but at the same time you don't want to heat it so much that you damage the LCD and cause a discoloration. And I'll show you some examples of a discoloration. I don't want to get a chance, but there are some people that have brought in their discolored LCDs and asked me to fix it. And unfortunately there's no way to fix that. You have to get a new LCD. So heat it enough to get a good smooth separation, as you can see right here, but not enough to discolor the LCD. So I'm going to show you a little bit more of this, but once again I'm not going to film the whole thing because that's just a waste of time. It's literally just this process repeated over and over again. And if you do enough of these, then trust me, after breaking 1 or 2, you're gonna get good at it. Just to let you know, it took me like 4 tries just to get the S3 down, and God knows how many LCDs I've cracked doing this, starting from like the S4 back when the LCDs used to cost over $200 at my price. I've cracked 2 S4 LCDs back then. It's just, there's no other way. You have to practice. So you have to understand that, hey, look, everything comes at a cost, and everything comes at a risk, and this is definitely no exception. Okay, so again, I'm somehow trying to do this before any customers walk in. So hopefully you're not doing these repairs in a pressure situation like I have to do, and you have ample time to do it. I usually give my customers a 40-minute window. So that's how it's done, okay? I'm just going to keep on doing that until all the phone is done. As you can see, already 1/3 of the phone is removed. It takes a lot of patience, and I think as long as you're patient, it's going to work. And I think the best example is, if you, so it took me about 10 minutes, maybe 15 more minutes after I stopped the video, and as you can see, it's removed now, okay? And there's still some leftover adhesive. And as I was trying to explain earlier, the best illustration I can give is, if you've ever parked in an area where you're not supposed to park, and then the owners of that parking lot put a sticker on your car that says you're not supposed to park here, it's one of those stickers that really don't come off for days unless you have that technique and you're patient and you pull it off really slowly. Then you can get it off in 30 minutes. So that's really the kind of patience that you have to have with this repair. You just have to get it off like an inch at a time. So if you're really impatient, then I don't think this repair is for you. But if you have the patience to deal with it, then by all means go for it. And as you can see, I'm removing the simply just by using my fingers, I'm removing all the residue adhesive. And then if you want, you can leave the adhesive here on the edge. Alright, so now we're going to reapply the local adhesive, or local glue, right here, as you can see. Find that on Amazon. Top off, bottom off, and okay. As you can see, I also added my own adhesive on the corners right here, because I felt that once you take the adhesive off, yeah, it's kind of weakened, so just get some new adhesive. So here we go. Place the home button back here, obviously. You can see. Got our new glass right here. Alright, so we're going to same thing. One line right here. Arrow. Another arrow. So two opposite facing arrows. And a little cross right in between. And that's the shape. That's your go-to shape. And as always, start from the bottom. Align it. Okay, we're going to align it right here. Make sure it's aligned. Start from the bottom. Just like Drake. Starting from the bottom, now we're here. You notice I accidentally got the wrong screen. That's a white one. So I'm glad I stopped myself. Let me grab the correct color. Okay, there we go. So, one more time. Start from the bottom. Okay, can you see that? The glass is making connection with the loco. Just want to ease your way in. That's the key. Just ease your way in. Promise you, you're not going to get any bubbles. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's simple. Get your binder holders again. Okay. Just like that. Okay, and then same thing as earlier. And get a black light. And you're going to heat it into the adhesive.
It says it's done.
Completely.
What does it say?
It's one business day, and they sent to me this login and password or whatever.
I think so, yeah.
So now we cannot. Maybe.
Yes, I can see.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Just place it under a black light. And it'll spread out. Alright, so as you can see, after putting it under the black light for about 5 minutes, that's what we have. Okay, so we're going to squeeze that, all that air out, and then we're going to put it under the, a UV light. Okay, so I'll show you how that works. And That's the UV light. Okay.
Maybe you go today, maybe it's in there.
It could be today or tomorrow.
Okay.
Today is away.
Yeah, today is Friday, so maybe tonight.
It could be somewhere here. No.
My house. So maybe.
As you can see, I pushed that air out. Okay.
I know, but all the songs are gonna be out, and I just still haven't had no data.
Yeah, but there's only way you can wait, you know, so extended, expected.
There we go. It's all pushed out now. So.
Maybe for today, maybe.
Now, as you can see, I let go and it's not, the bulbs aren't forming anymore. So we're going to leave it in there. And then 15 minutes later, we'll take it back out.